Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health with Sara Banta. I'm a busy wife, a mom of 3, and an NANP certified supplement professional, but that's not all. I'm also the founder of the multi-award-winning Accelerated Health Products, a brand offering innovative natural supplements to optimize your health. And this podcast is not just a source of information, it's a community. For you, for all of us, we're all here to learn and grow on our health journeys, starting at different places. And this is the springboard to learning, and the free group coaching on Telegram is where we continue to learn together. You ask questions. I post tips and tools to deepen your health and keep you motivated in moving forward on this journey. And so here is what you can expect. New episodes every Monday and Tuesday with in-depth health discussions and expert guests, hot topic issues in the news on Thursdays to keep things interesting. And then, of course, the free health group coaching on Telegram, which you get to ask your questions. I post on a daily basis, like I mentioned, and you get to learn about each other. Have you thought about detoxing? And a little nervous? Well, I've created over 10 unique, easy detox cleanses designed to reset your body, but you feel good day one. There's no detox flu. Take my detox quiz. The link is on the website, SaraBantaHealth.com, to find which one is right for you. And if you don't know which supplements to start with, just complete the health goals form for your free supplement protocol on the website, SaraBantaHealth.com. It's packed with insights, and it's a specific protocol from me to you. So just taking a few steps forward with your health will change it forever. And I'm here to help you every step of the way. Today, we're talking about the paleo diet. You know, there's been so much going on with keto, carnivore, fasting, not fasting. What is it, right? All the chronic disease and obesity growing at exponential rates. Most people are just looking for an answer, right? They're just trying to find which diet is supposed to work. And by eliminating a food group, it kind of makes sense that, well, I'm going to eat less. Maybe I'll get some results, right? Whether it's vegan, keto, carnivore, paleo, the hope is by eliminating those certain foods, metabolic diseases, including insulin resistance, heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune issues, and obesity will reverse. Now, with all those things I just said, they're all related. One of those diets, though, that we've been talking about is the paleo diet. And the paleo diet is all about going back to basics, focusing on eating the way our ancestors did during the Paleolithic era, and think of it as a modern day hunter-gatherer approach to food. The idea is to eat what was available before agriculture, things like meat, fish, vegetables, fruit, nuts, and seeds. It's all about whole foods as close to their natural state as possible. And what you won't find in the paleo diet are the processed foods. And if you really think about it, any of the diet gurus out there, we all agree, get rid of the processed foods and you're ahead of the game, right? Well, the paleo diet also eliminates grains, legumes, and most dairy products. The belief is that our bodies haven't fully adapted to these newer foods, which can contribute to the health issues. And by sticking to what our ancestors ate, the paleo diet aims to support better digestion, reduced inflammation, and promote overall health. Well, this is the reality. That worked perfectly for our ancestors, but you got to take the paleo diet and tweak it even a little bit in the modern day lifestyle, because the modern diet is hijacked. The food system has been hijacked. 70% of the foods in the United States are processed foods with added sugars, artificial ingredients, toxins, GMOs, glyphosate, heavy metals, emulsifiers, added refined sodium, microplastics, and more. It's not just one thing, it's all of these threats. And our food, even the paleo foods, have been hijacked. Our bodies don't recognize these added ingredients as real food. And these ingredients not only provide no energy to the body, but they actually steal energy from the body, clogging the detox pathways, increasing inflammation and oxidative stress throughout the body, and stimulate the fat cells to grow so they can store more toxins in the fat cells. Fat cells' job is to store the toxins to get them out of the blood for survival. Our bodies want to survive. That's the whole point, right? Well, the paleo diet is essentially focusing on real, unprocessed foods, the way nature intended. We're not saying low carb, low fat, high protein. We're not doing any of that. It's just real food. But because of the toxins we're exposed to in our modern world, regardless of what we eat, and even some of the paleo-proof foods, they can become problematic. Things like the spike protein, glyphosate, GMOs, the radiation from our cell phones, from smart meters, all of that, heavy metals, they've compromised our detox pathways and metabolism, so our dietary intake needs have to be even more focused. So within the paleo sphere, you have to come down even more, unfortunately, avoiding the healthy paleo foods that could be making our health worse. So what is wrong? What things do we need to look out for? Well, there's 5 disruptors in the paleo diet. Sulfur is number 1. This is a compound found in a wide range of paleo foods, medications, supplements. They play a crucial role in our body's detoxification process. Yes, that's all true. You've heard of DIM, you've heard of glutathione, NAC. They're all sulfur-based. But there's this surprising little twist. Some sulfur-rich foods that are usually labeled as healthy, like kale and broccoli, might be linked to conditions like Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis. I've had 2 friends get in the hospital with ulcerative colitis in the last 3 months. That's a high statistic for my friend group, right? Arthritis and even mental health issues. Mental health issues skyrocketing in children and adults. Common sources of sulfur, those cruciferous vegetables, egg yolks, onions, garlic, bok choy, cauliflower, that cauliflower pizza, the cauliflower mashed potatoes that we were doing in low carb and keto, right? Those could be problematic. I was eating all these foods. I was low carb. I was whole food. I was paleo low carb, and I was still bloated, and I was still retaining about 5 pounds of water. It was these sulfur vegetables. I was eating them like they were candy. That was the basis for my meals on top of the protein. But here's the catch. The environmental factors that our ancestors didn't have disrupted how our bodies metabolize sulfur. What once was beneficial for our health can now contribute to disease. So while sulfur is essential, and we can get it in our wild animal proteins that I'll talk about, the way the body handles it has changed, and turning these nutritious foods into potential triggers for illnesses and inflammation and all the things we don't want. The next disruptor, oxalates. They're paleo foods. They're the healthy foods, right? These are particularly high in oxalic acid, and those foods include seeds, peanuts, almonds. Who was not eating handfuls of almonds on the keto diet? Swiss chard, spinach and beets in your green smoothie in the morning, your green drink, right? Chocolate, rhubarb, figs, kiwis, blackberries, black pepper, cumin, turmeric. I was drinking so much turmeric. It was organic, it was fresh, but it was causing oxalates. I had kidney stones. And for all of you moms out there, if you think labor and delivery is painful, try passing a kidney stone. It killed, and it put my labor and delivery of all 3 of my babies to shame. So the problem with oxalates is they rob our body of the essential minerals like iron, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. And conditions like leaky gut, Crohn's disease, autoimmune disorders can make us more susceptible to oxalate buildup. And on the flip side, urinary issues can limit our ability to excrete oxalates, leading to oxalate poisoning when our intake exceeds the elimination. But then they can also cause urinary tract infections that are recurring. So are you someone that gets these recurring bladder or urinary tract infections? You might want to look at your oxalate intake. Next is amyloid proteins. Used to not be an issue. I used to eat chicken and turkey and pork all day long. That was my staple, the lean white meat, and even conventionally raised beef. We weren't even talking about wild meats. The problem is these meats now have amyloid proteins that the body has a hard time breaking down into usable amino acids. So then they lead up to buildup of these amyloids in the brain, the kidneys, other tissues. But not just are these buildups linked to diseases like Alzheimer's and other brain-related diseases, they don't get broken down to be used for our muscles, our hair, our skin, all of that. So they're not even doing us any good, and they're causing all of these issues. I remember before I knew anything about amyloids, I thought, gosh, it seems like every time I eat chicken, I get bloated. I feel like I have E. coli. And I didn't connect the dots until I understood about amyloids. They trip up the gut pathogens to let them take over the good guys. They're all supposed to play nice in the sandbox down there. But when you take in amyloids, it lets the bad guys overtake the good guys. So they protect those harmful pathogens in the gut, creating an environment where the bad bacteria, candida, fungi, they all thrive. And this overgrowth leads to conditions like dysbiosis, leaky gut, which in turn weakens the immune system and makes us more vulnerable to other illnesses, right? So if you are fighting something over here, like a gut pathogen, and you get exposed to the common flu or cold in the winter months, your body doesn't have the strength to fight it over here. So eating these foods high in amyloid proteins can make these harmful pathogens even stronger, including bacteria and viruses. The formation of amyloid proteins can stimulate pathogens like salmonella, candida, Lyme, helping them to multiply and spread throughout the body. Next is histamines. So some very popular paleo foods are high in histamines, like avocados, bananas, bone broth, vinegar, fish even. They may backfire for some, and even though they're healthy paleo foods, they can wreak havoc. And in the last 4 years, with what's been going on, that spike protein has triggered histamines, and a lot of people are having high histamine responses when they never did before. Histamines are organic compounds with essential roles in the body. Yes, we need them. They help with the immune system. They regulate stomach acid and brain function. They're produced and stored by specific white blood cells and stomach lining cells and are key in allergy reactions. I just had a family member said, my son is all of a sudden having sinus issues. What's going on? Never had them before. Histamine, right? Histamine intolerance occurs when the body struggles to break down histamines effectively, leading to symptoms like headaches, abdominal pain, hives, irregular heartbeat. This intolerance is often linked to enzyme deficiencies, such as DAO or HNMT, histamine enzyme deficiency. And like I mentioned, the spike protein has made things worse. So people are seeing insulin dysregulation, gut problems, central nervous system complications, and even skin rashes, skin conditions. So all of these things are something to think about when you are looking at your paleo diet, right? The paleo diet is the basis of what I focus on. I am not on a low carb diet. I am on a focused on wild animal protein diet, filling in with the paleo foods according to the accelerated food guide, which you can find on the website SaraBantaHealth.com. So we also need to look at supplements because our soils are depleted. The food supply isn't what it used to be during the Paleolithic period. We don't have the minerals in the fruits and the vegetables, so you don't have that nutrient density. And the conventionally raised animals like chicken, pork, and turkey are fed inflammatory grains and soy and corn and even Skittles and candy and junk, and they lack in any nutrients. So as a result, the supplements are essential. Whether you're on a paleo diet, a vegan diet, a keto diet, a carnivore diet, supplementation is essential. Just like detoxification is essential. It's no longer a fad. It is something that you have to incorporate to stay on top of your health. So the number one supplement is the Accelerdyne iodine. And why? It is needed for everything, and it is no longer in our soils. Years back, Dr. Brownstein did a study, and 96% of the US population is deficient in iodine. That was years back. That's when we even had more iodine in our soils. So imagine trying to run a car with an empty fuel tank. Iodine is the fuel for your metabolism. And metabolism isn't just about weight loss. Metabolism is about brain energy, about vision, about hormonal balance, about libido, all of these things, right? Well, iodine targets mitochondrial dysfunction. And mitochondrial dysfunction, the number one cause, is iodine deficiency. Our mitochondria are the powerhouse of our cells producing ATP, that energy currency. Normally, your cells should turn out a healthy 36 units of ATP per mitochondria, but with iodine deficiency, this can go down to 2, from 36 to 2. That's a big difference, making you feel sluggish, tired, prone to weight gain. My daughter in high school was just telling me that the amount of kids, not even just drinking coffee in class, Monster drinks and these Red Bulls. I think I'd have a heart attack if I had a Red Bull. I love my coffee, but we are lacking so much energy. We're reaching for something else, these stimulants that are giving us fake energy. It is, you're taking a loan out of the bank. You're not getting free money. Eventually, you're going to have to go to the bank and there's nothing there, right? So iodine is needed for multiple things. Optimal thyroid function. Those thyroid hormones, T2, T3, T4, 2, 3, and 4 molecules of iodine attached to tyrosine, an amino acid. This is what keeps the metabolism running smoothly, fat oxidation, all of that. Modern diets fall short. Even iodized salt doesn't cut it. That iodized salt, your body has to take the iodine away from the salt molecule, which your body's so weak already can't do it. But the salt is full of microplastics clogging those receptor sites. And so there's no iodine to get into those receptor sites, and it's just not efficient, and it's not even as prevalent as it was 10 years ago. So we need to have that iodine for that thyroid function. Iodine boosts that ATP production, like I mentioned, giving you that true cellular energy, not the Red Bull energy. And it gives you that energy so that you want to go to the gym. So you want to go out with your friends. You want to go work. Iodine also helps detoxify the cells. So in the beginning, I talked about the paleo diet being whole foods diet, but we even have to be careful with toxins in the paleo diet because of the glyphosate, the GMOs, the heavy metals, the microplastics. Well, iodine helps detoxify the cells. The fat cell's job is to store the toxins, get them out of the blood circulation, right? So with iodine, it's pulling those toxins out and getting them out of the body, flushing out the toxins, heavy metals, even radiation, all which can inhibit the absorption of the nutrients from your paleo-centered food, bog down your metabolism, cause weight gain, and you're sitting there going, I'm not eating a lot. I'm eating whole foods. What's going on? Why am I gaining weight? It's these toxins. It's all part of your body's survival mechanism. Iodine also helps effectively kick out harmful substances like fluoride, chlorine, bromide from your cells. These are even found in paleo foods. They're found in our water. They cause hypothyroidism, slow metabolism. The fluoride, chlorine, bromide, and iodine are all in the halogen family on the periodic table. Because they look the same, they fit into the same receptor sites. So if you don't have enough iodine filling those receptor sites, then those other chemicals like fluoride, chlorine, and bromide are going to fill in those receptor sites. Did you know that you could have a false high T4 on your blood test being tyrosine and 4 molecules of bromide, not even iodine, giving you a false indication of what's really going on? So the iodine helps kick out these toxins that cause so much damage. It was just in the news. The government recognized that fluoride in the water is causing low IQ in our children. Well, if it's doing that to our children, what is it doing to us? A lot more, right? So it also helps by filling the cells with iodine. It prevents new toxins from the paleo diet from attaching and offering you protection. So it's preventative and it's daily detox. It's also been shown, iodine, to help mitigate the spike protein damage done that's been affecting all of us. I have to really be careful with how I talk about that. So you can go do your own Google search on that situation there. Iodine helps cleanse the blood and balance those hormones. It regulates your estrogen. So many of you are suffering from estrogen dominance, men and women, young and old. In my own household, I've got worsened periods. I've got worsened hormonal balances, lower progesterone, high estrogen. Menopausal women are suffering from worsened symptoms than they've ever had before. That is because of what's going on, all of these toxins. We need the iodine to help with the hormonal balance and cleanse the blood. So again, to wrap up, with iodine, you've got it inside the cell to increase the ATP in the mitochondria, giving you true cellular energy. You've got iodine needed on the cell membrane, the brain of the cell, to allow the nutrients into the cell and the toxins out of the cell. Every cell membrane has an iodolipid value, iodine fat value, needing that PC, the phosphatidylcholine, which is a great fat for that cell membrane, to combine that with the iodine, the acceleridine iodine. And then you need the iodine outside the cell to cleanse the blood, help with hormonal balance. So why acceleridine iodine? It's not just another iodine supplement. It is uniquely formulated. It's pure, one single active iodine molecule, I-, suspended in alcohol, enhanced with scalar frequencies. And this means it has increased bioavailability and absorbability. Most iodine supplements only achieve about 10 to 20% absorption, but because of the way acceleridine is formulated, it far surpasses that. The second supplement for your paleo diet, accelerated fast. This is not your typical fasting supplement. Now, you don't have to be on a low-carb diet. You don't have to be on a vegan diet or a keto diet or a carnivore diet. You can be on any diet you choose. I love the paleo diet, but you take this in the morning. It gives you that energy, calms your brain down so you can fast for a little bit longer, give your body to engage in autophagy, help with gut healing, all of the things, right? But not stressing your body. By ramping up ATP production in your mitochondria, the ingredients in accelerated fast not only speed up your metabolism, but they also help in that effective weight management. So they cleanse your liver on a daily basis, right? There's some ingredients in there that are known to help do that on a daily basis. It reduces fatty liver, detoxifies your system, and supports your thyroid. Why? Because your thyroid's hormones convert from the inactive T4 to the active T3 thyroid hormone in the liver. So very important there. And it curbs your cravings. So one of the biggest hurdles in weight loss and energy is battling those cravings. So as much as we want to stick to our diet, whether it's paleo or whatever, you want to go to those processed foods because they're addictive, right? It's just like gambling and smoking and drinking and all of that. Sugar is an addiction. And these processed foods are designed to make you addicted to them. So the accelerated fast helps you curb those cravings. It pushes your body into ketosis, allows your body to learn to tap into those fat stores, provides that steady energy. And then you'll focus on the foods you want to focus on your paleo diet. You will have more control over that lizard brain that tells you to go eat the sugar, right? So that is where it's really powerful. And then it optimizes the thyroid function because it's helping with the liver and helping that conversion T4 to T3. So when you are relying on glucose for energy, it can backfire, slowing down your metabolism, encouraging the fat storage. But with this supplement, accelerated fast, you're optimizing the fuel usage, and your body becomes metabolic flexible. So you want to be able to burn fat. You want to be able to burn carbs. You don't want to just be able to burn one or the other. And the accelerated fast ingredients help you do so. Next is the accelerated thyroid. So when it comes to natural thyroid support, accelerated thyroid helps with everything. It's the most comprehensive natural thyroid supplement. I just had a client say, Sara, I was so nervous to get off my armor, but I told my doctor I was going to do it, and I replaced it with the Acceleradine and the accelerated thyroid. And she said, after about 2 days, she felt a little more tired as the body was transitioning. She's a couple weeks in. She feels fantastic, less anxiety. She actually lost some weight, not gained any weight. And this is just an N of 1. I'm not telling you to do this without the guidance of your doctor, but accelerated thyroid combines the power of grass-fed thyroid glandular, the ancient Ayurvedic herb Kanchanara, essential peptides that are needed for the thyroid, amino acids, and the crucial nutrients for thyroid that might be missing in your paleo diet. So the benefits include just comprehensive support. It's not just like one medication or one thyroid ingredient. It's all together in one. I've been taking all of these ingredients separately for years until we came out with the accelerated thyroid. And then we enhance it with the scalar frequency that help clear emotional and physical shock from the body and promote a healthy thyroid overall. It helps support the overall health of the thyroid and helps enhance the detoxification from the halogens, the fluoride, the bromine, the chlorine that love the thyroid, the heavy metals like mercury and lead that love the thyroid, and radiation, factors that can wreak havoc on your thyroid. And it helps balance the thyroid and parathyroid. And you also get a benefit of it. The ingredients help prevent fatty liver, accelerate wound healing, strengthen connective tissues and bones. All of these benefits just come with a healthy thyroid that you might be missing because your thyroid isn't functioning right? Okay, so next, accelerated scalar copper. Copper might be just this trace mineral that you don't really think about, but its role in thyroid hormone synthesis, metabolism, and thousands of enzymatic jobs in the body is monumental. Literally, it is that hidden hero behind anemia, behind energy, behind fat burn. It is that hidden hero in fat loss. And the accelerated scalar copper has the highest absorption rate because of the way it is formulated. It is in the liquid form. Because it's in the liquid form, you can spray it on your skin for brown spots and age spots and all of that fun stuff too. Copper is known to help with the hair and the skin, but it acts as a cofactor for many enzymes involved in the thyroid hormone synthesis and metabolism, including the conversion of T4 into T3. It helps bind with thyroid hormones, especially TBG, which is vital for transporting these hormones into the bloodstream. Changes in copper levels can affect how well the thyroid hormones are transported. And copper's role as an antioxidant is crucial in defending against oxidative stress, which can harm the thyroid, the overall system in general. And it's not found in our foods, in our paleo foods like it used to. It helps alleviate anemia. So most people think anemia is from low iron. Well, most of us have plenty of iron in our body, but it's in all the wrong places. And the copper is needed to open the door to let the iron get to where it needs to go. And so it's very important for transporting oxygen and helping with mitochondria function. Next is accelerated ancient salt. So if you are eating a whole foods diet, you're on a very low salt diet, and we need salt. And I'm talking about unrefined salt, just like the accelerated ancient salt with 62 essential minerals. You need that for cellular hydration. You also need it for cleansing the liver. Salt plays a crucial role in liver detoxification by promoting bile production and aiding in fat breakdown, helping keep your liver healthy and enhancing the detox pathways. It helps support apoptosis, that destruction of the diseased and damaged cells. Salt helps with DNA repair. It helps detoxifying the excess estrogens in the body that we are all suffering from, right? And that intracellular hydration. You have the sodium potassium pump inside and outside the cells, and it helps get the nutrients into the cells and the toxins out. So very important to use the accelerated ancient salt along with the accelerated iodine. They go together. And it also helps with your digestive health. By enhancing the bile production and aiding in fat breakdown, it helps with your digestion overall, improves nutrient absorption and your metabolic function. When I'm nauseous or my liver's backed up, I put a little of the accelerated salt on my tongue, and it takes away the nausea. It also can help with suppressing that appetite and those cravings. So the accelerated ancient salt, it combines Himalayan salts with salts from the Andes and the Utahs, and it is full of 62 minerals, rigorously inspected and mined, and it's free from all the toxins that are in most salts nowadays. So it's really important to make sure you know where your salt's coming from. Next is the accelerated cellular detox powder. It helps soak up your toxins, get them out of your body so they don't bog down your liver and your kidneys. Our bodies and our organs are so overwhelmed with the modern diet. It's not like our paleo ancestors. So the detox powder, now it has tridecine, which helps expel fat from the body and lower cholesterol, making it powerful for weight management. Helps relieve conditions like Crohn's and colitis, promotes regularity, helps with digestion. I always take my detox powder before and after a meal if I go out to dinner, because I don't know what they're giving me, right? The seed oils, the fake ingredients, whatever. On a regular basis, when I'm cooking my whole healthy, organic, wild paleo foods, I just do one dose at night before bed. It's enhanced with scalar frequencies, and the frequencies are meant to detoxify the body even more from the toxins, heavy metals, pesticides, insecticides, and radiation. So when we're now let's look at the paleo diet, because you can't just eat what your ancestors ate. We focus on whole foods without the grains and the beans, and that is good. But there are some paleo foods, like I mentioned, that contain the sulfur, oxalates, histamines, and amyloids. And those could be causing your weight gain, puffiness, low energy, arthritis, hormonal imbalances, slow metabolism. Refer to the accelerated food guide. It's on the website at SaraBantaHealth.com for a comprehensive list of the paleo foods. And our soils are depleted. So even if you're eating all of the right foods laid out in the food guide, you're not getting the nutrients that our ancestors got. So it's essential to fill in the gaps with the supplements that we talked about. So with that combination, with fine-tuning your diet with the supplements, you're going to see a big shift and a big shift in your energy. You're not going to need that monster drink anymore, right? So hopefully this was helpful. The big step forward is to focus on whole foods. Start by throwing out of your pantry the foods that come in packages. Even if they're organic, low-carb, ketogenic foods, they are still processed, right? We need to get back to the basics. Thanks for listening. Our discussion does not have to stop here. If you're feeling lost in the supplement world, I'm here to help. I can help you with a complete personalized protocol. Just fill out the form on the website at SaraBantaHealth.com. Follow me on social media at Accelerated Health Products and join the free group coaching on Telegram. Ask your questions there that came up while you're listening today. I will post insights. I will keep you moving forward each and every day. The link is found at SaraBantaHealth.com. And listen anywhere. Find this podcast, Accelerated Health with Sara Banta, on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, of course, YouTube, and over 100 platforms. Spread the knowledge, share this podcast with a few of your friends, and you can use coupon WELCOME10 to get 10% off your first order. Remember, I'm live every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, so join me next time for more ways to unlock your potential.